My name is Rick Olson. I live at 1165 Silly Road in Manchester, New Hampshire. I'm the president of the Londonderry Fish and Game Club. I'm also a legacy member. What that basically means is I've been a member since 1977. I was a junior member, so I have a lot of personal equity invested in this club. So we came to the town of Londonderry a while back, and we wanted to build a clubhouse. We hired the firm Keach Nordstrom, and they did our site design engineering work. We hired Kurt Lauer, who's an architect, and he has his own structural engineer. So we went through that whole process, went through the process of having our septic designed and then approved by DES. Went through the process of making those necessary connections with National Grid and New England Power, so they give an easement to Eversource, who then we give an easement to get power into our club. We went through full site design review. We paid the fees. We did everything the town asked us. We got a conditional approval. And then we met those conditions, and we got a full approval. We had our construction meeting, and we started our site work. Okay. So now our general contractor, Steve Langley, reaches out to get a building permit and is told you're not getting a building permit because you need a couple of variances. And wouldn't you know it, I walk in here tonight and I actually get the formal notice handed to me. It's dated May 6th, but my understanding the decision was made May 2nd. So you might want to work that out and find out why that happened. This is the first notice. No attorneys have gotten it. None of our club officers have gotten it. I got it handed to me tonight. That's kind of poor. So we're now $170,000 into this project. We've got materials that are ordered, and we're stalled. Okay? It's like making a cake and starting with the frosting. It's just so ridiculous. So I read this letter thoroughly, and I'll be quite honest with you. I don't have any problem with anything here. If we got to get a variance, we got to get a variance. That's fine. But we should have had this done during planning, not after everything's all been said and done. That's where I'm ticked off. Okay? Everybody waited until we're ready to dig a hole in the ground and put our cisterns in for our fire suppression before this was ever a topic, And let me tell you something else, too. The planning board here, great. They did a great job. They were attentive. They paid attention to detail. And John Trotter, who I'm no fan of, I'll even give him props. He did a fantastic job, okay? So I'm getting all these emails from my membership when they learn of this. And they're saying, oh, it's a conspiracy, they're out to get us, and I reassured them they're not. This is just buffoonery. It's just pure rank buffoonery. This stuff, I go to 99% of other towns in the state of New Hampshire, okay? And if I was to go through this product, if I needed a variance, I would get that information at the planning process, not after they've signed off and approved our plans. Think about how silly that is, okay? We start our process, we're $170K into it, now we're going to have material sitting on the ground God knows how long. The goal here was that we get our shell put in place, we get it all closed in by September, October before the winter months happen. That ain't going to happen now. So I'm ticked off. I think the process is broken when, you have the unmitigated gall to tell us that we need these variances after the planning board approved it. That's what I'm ugly about, And I came here to tell the council that today and just express my displeasure with it. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir.
So, Mr. Olson knows this already. I found out about this around 5:30 today. Mm-hmm. I had a conversation with Mr. Olson, who I've known for many, many years. I'll share with the council. I contacted our attorney. The Fish and Game Club is represented by council, And I have a call at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning with the town's attorney to try to figure out what's going on and see what can and can't be done. And we discussed this on the telephone.
Yes, we did.
So just, I got a phone call from the chair, and he asked me to, since I know Rick for a long time, and I'm not a member of the club, so.
I felt the strong need to come here tonight and be on record. We don't come and we don't bother the town. We don't come here and bedraggle issues. We keep to ourselves right over there in that corner of the woods, and we run our club, and we don't labor the town over this, that, and the other thing. So this is one of those times where I needed to be here and let everybody know and be on record that this is unacceptable.
Yeah, Mr. Olson and I discussed that. They've been here since the 50s. They predated all ordinances.
Yeah.
We've worked through other, I guess I'll call it silliness in the past.
Yeah.
And we've always had a nice relationship.
Ironically enough, the statute right here, RSA 674-41-2, allows a local zoning board adjustment to grant an exception, and a building permit may be issued after approval from the town council in consult with the planning board, and deed recording requirements releasing the town from responsibilities and liability. That was what I was relying on in my earlier discussion with some of the town officials. So,
Just let the record reflect, I've lifted the 5 minutes.
Okay. No, I can stay within the 5-minute time. That's fine. I said everything. I'm just adding fluff now. So,
So as we discussed on the phone, give me a little time.
okay,
And I'm the legal liaison, so give me a little time and let me get into it.
we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Olson.
Thanks.
I will say thank you for some of that history. I received this today as well, and I didn't know some of this backstory. So thank you for providing the backstory.